a study that we did recently looks at religious folks, highly religious folks, who scored high on two types of perfectionistic states. One is adaptive perfectionism, which is the most ideal. Adaptive is one who has high standards, has high expectations, and oftentimes can reach those high expectations, but doesn't feel completely awful and miserable about not being able to sometimes meet those expectations. The maladaptive ones are those that have high standards and high expectations and also feel really, really miserable and awful about themselves and not good enough if they're not able to reach and meet those expectations. This maladaptive perfectionism could be linked to increased depression and anxiety.
If the rules allow me to stay by your bedside forever.
I'm here to help spread mental illness awareness.
And if I could,
NAMI gave this opportunity to do a 5K for mental illness awareness, and I decided it was a perfect opportunity to help honor my sister.
forever, I'd do it.
Thank you.
You bet.
An instant.
Thirsty?
And I
Thank
know
you.
you are not mine. Like the kind.
For some people, when they suffer with, bipolar, like in my sister's case, I guess she went to drugs for an out to help her feel better, or to help her cope. And so that's one of the things that people turn to if they have it. They get depressed, they are not themselves, they're not as happy. She died because she had bipolar disorder and took her life, and so we're just here to help remember and spread the awareness so that we can help save lives.
Lepe was my sister-in-law, and sometimes I think with her especially, when she was so low, there was no way out, no hope. And that's why she killed herself, was because she just felt like there was no hope. There was nothing to look forward to tomorrow. The problem, especially with Lepe, was that no one ever just thought, well, you just don't have enough faith. You don't have enough faith in God. You're not going to church enough. You're not living your life right. That's why you're sick. And it's not. And it's nothing you've done. It's your chemical imbalance. Your brain is not quite working right. We were having a family thing, and I was on my way there. She had called me an hour before, so I was on my way over there, and within that hour, she had killed herself.
So by the time she made it to the hospital, was she already gone?
Yeah, she was gone before the ambulance came. She had taken some pretty powerful medications that stopped her heart, and there was no coming back from that. At that time, she did not see any other way out of her pain. And I'm trying to understand that, and I think everyone is trying to understand that. If I think we could all love each other more, it could give a little hope to someone who may not know that they have a problem or they're having a bad day. And that's why I'm here. I just want more people to show love for everyone and be more tender with each other.
I tend to think through religiosity, praying to your God to receive help could come through different methods, through a person, through a therapist, through a certain type of treatment. And maybe, just maybe, that spiritual answer is the very treatment that God wants them to receive.
I'm here to do this for my sister. My sister passed away because of bipolar, and when she did, before she did, she was trying to ask me to help her. The first time I heard bipolar disorder was for my sister. I didn't know what it was, had no idea. I had to go look it up in a dictionary.
The more education we have, the more information, knowledge that we have about mental illness, the better. That's just not including the person who's struggling with the disorder. This includes the whole family. This includes mom and dad. This includes brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts. They all need to understand that this is a disorder. It's a real disorder, whether it's clinical depression or it's bipolar or any sort of disorder that impairs the person. People need to look at that seriously, take it seriously. The whole family need to come in together and say, okay, this is something we don't know about. This is new to us, this psychology thing and what's happening to her brain and what's happening to her psychology. We need to find out. We need to seek treatment. We need to help her. What are the resources? Who do we talk to? If the families aren't prepared, if people don't know or not educated in this field or not even interested in educating themselves, then the risk of self-harm is greater.
My sister could have been here. She could still be here with us if we could have helped her when she asked for the help. But because we didn't help her, we didn't know how to help her, she's gone. I don't want that to happen to anybody else. And so, especially within our Polynesian community, it's like a big hush-hush subject. But today, not many people came. But that's okay, because today was the first time, our first NAMI 5K. Next year, I expect more and more and more each year.
The more the younger generation can teach and educate the older generation about psychological difficulties, and the more the older generation can be open to going to workshops, parenting workshops, where psychology is talked about, in general psychology is talked about, ways of coping, where a lot of these things can be talked about, then I think we won't have such a disparity between the younger generation and the older generation. They can connect more. It'll be meshed more in terms of let's look beyond the family. But again, we have to be careful because there's some sensitivity around going to the older generation. There's some cultural sensitivity and appropriateness because they are the matriarchs. They are the patriarchs. They're the bosses, right? And we have to respect that while at the same time gently educating them about this is what it is. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, we need help. This is an issue. This is a problem. We need to seek education and more information about how to treat this. We can't just do it by saying you are crazy and that's just how you are. You're the crazy one of the family, or you're the wild one of the family. It's much more than that. There's some complexities around that. How do we understand this crazy boy of the family or the wild one? And how do we treat that? How do we prevent this person from, exhibiting more behaviors that will get them into trouble? So again, education, not only for the younger generation, but the older generation, getting into the homes and teaching them about this is key. And it would be wonderful if we can have a program like that where we can do that consistently and decrease the gap or the disparity between the younger and older generations related to psychological difficulties.
One of our favorite things that we love to do together is in the summer nights, she'd love to tell me how much she loved the stars, and we would just talk and talk. And she had a lot of friends, Everybody loved her. She was a fun-loving, easy to love person. I just really miss her.